Hey, what's up, guys? So I just finished building out the Android version of the app I made at Pen Apps called Util, and I just wanted to make a short recap video of the process of creating a cross-platform app. So previously, I'd had some iOS experience going in. I created another app called Keepy Uppy, which was a bouncy ball game back in 2015. So I had prior experience developing iOS apps and releasing them to the App Store. But releasing an Android app to the Google Play Store was completely uncharted territory for me. Uh, I'd never previously done it, and I've never created a fully fledged Android app. So this was a really fun and rewarding experience for me because I really got to build a cross-platform product and just see it go live. It just got released yesterday. It was a very quick process. So I just want to sort of like do a side-by-side comparison of the two uh, devices. So the functionality is exactly the same for each. Um, in my opinion, the UI for iOS is significantly better. So let's calculate that. Let's do the same thing for Android. So all the features are basically the same. I feel the user experience though is a bit better on Android because they have what's called seek bar, whereas for iOS I had to just use a progress bar and set it using a dynamically created picker view. So this wasn't really the cleanest way. I could probably clean it up a bit later on, but yeah, this was a little challenging at first. The other thing about iOS that I found was it's easier to create it both in portrait and landscape orientation. For Android, still not quite sure how to do that, and just creating constraints that you see in iOS is a lot more difficult in Android Studio, in my opinion. It's not all the labels and things like that aren't evenly organized. So you have text views in Android as well as edit text, whereas in iOS this would be called a label and this would be called a text field. So let's rebuild the iOS one first. The other cool thing I found about Android was you could use what's called a spinner instead of a. This is basically the equivalent of a UI picker view in iOS. So this is pretty cool implementation. And what you do is you set up what's called an on-click listener. So whenever you have updates, it just automatically changes to whatever thing you set in the strings array. So yeah, so it just sets like that. Let's say we're in. Let's go back to California because California is the best state, in my opinion. Uh, let's say you spend something like 20 bucks. Here we go. Set. Boom. There you go. It's beautiful. What else do I have to say about this? Yeah, I guess like overall, the it's a lot easier to develop for iOS in my opinion, just based on having developed a fully fledged out Android app now. It's because just like in terms of like user interface, it's just a lot more intuitive in my opinion. Oh yeah, another cool thing is like both of them do have error handling. So if you try to get the app into a bad state, it'll automatically correct it for you. Like it'll default to nothing here, and this one just defaults to 0. So you can't really break the system in my opinion. I think I've tested it pretty thoroughly. So if there are any bug reports, just let me know. So let's go back. Calculating income on both of these. Let's just set up here for now. Let's say make. It's pretty good. And then let's say make $38. So you could just do a comparison like that. I don't know why Android froze, but yeah. In terms of the uploading process, it's a lot better for Android. That's the main advantage I see, because for iOS it took about 2 days to submit everything and get it released to the App Store. For Android, it literally took about 2 hours, which is a significant difference. Based on what I've heard in the past, they don't check it as thoroughly for the Play Store, and which could get kind of bad in my opinion. But it's better for the developer themselves, because then it's obviously easier to upload apps to the Play Store than it is to the iOS App Store. Um, yeah, nice little Apple logo there. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all the features are the same. You want to test it out, let me know how it is. That'd be great. So if you do $1, it should be the same there. Yeah, everything just looks like really pixelated in Android. Like, I'm obviously, yeah, I'm a pretty bad designer, but yeah, just iOS is just looks nicer in my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. Yeah, just throwing it out there. Bill Util is on both the Google Play Store and the iOS on the App Store right now. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you guys can check it out. Let me know if there's any bugs, and yeah, catch you next time.